AFTV, Dylan, top of the league, 5 points clear. The World Cup is now here. 2 more games left to January. Did you imagine this at the start of the season?
No, I imagine we'd do well, and I imagine we'd really kick on from last season. I thought we were going to have a strong season, a strong start, but top of the league going into the World Cup. Now I'm actually excited about the World Cup because I haven't been excited about the World Cup because I've been seeing the World Cup as a pause in this great season we're having. I've been seeing it as, we've got to have a month without Arsenal. England have been rubbish over the last few months, and now I can go into the World Cup excited because we're 5 points clear. I can go into Boxing Day excited, even knowing that we've still got to play another game because we're 5 points clear at the top ahead of Man City. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I've been asking the rest of them, is it time to get carried away, Dylan? Because, no one envisioned this start to the season. There's a 5 point gap to City. We have a few players going to the World Cup, but when you look at the rivals, the big six, teams, they have more starters than us. Do you think we can achieve the dream this season, and that is getting a league title?
I'll get carried away after January. If we make the right signings in January and we make the right additions and we keep seeing these wins carry on into February and March, then I'll start to believe. But I can't believe anything until February because Partey can get injured in the World Cup, not even for Arsenal. We can get injured next week playing for Ghana, and the moment Partey's injured, we've got nothing that can replace him. We've got nothing that can replace Thomas Partey. We've got nothing really that can replace, the likes of Saliba. I know we've got Ben White who can shift in there, but it doesn't. It's not the same. We've got no one that can replace a player like Jesus up front who has the work ethic as Eddie Nketiah is not as good as him. So we're only a few injuries away from collapse. But honestly, if we make the right additions in January, there's nothing that tells me we can't go the full way because right now they're showing all the right signs.
Like Dex said the same thing. Over to you, Kroenke. Let's talk about the game today. The first half, it seemed like it was going to be one of those days. Second half, Captain Odegaard pops up. He's now our top scorer this season. A word on him first and foremost.
I can't believe Odegaard's top scorer. Until today, he'd only scored against teams who were newly promoted. So that's a goal against Forest, a goal against Fulham, and 2 against Bournemouth. Today, he scored against a team in 20th place. So to be fair to him, great 2 goals, and he is the match winner today. But he needs to offer more in the bigger games and the away games and stuff. Because realistically, if he's going to be a top player, he needs to be able to do it in the top games, and he hasn't so far yet for Arsenal. But today, I can't fault him. He did his job. He scored 2 goals. He put the ball in the back of the net. But I definitely want to see more from him in the future. Definitely more from him.
And Jesus, obviously, recently, people have been questioning him because of the lack of goals. But again, today, that first goal for Martin Odegaard, a beautiful assist from Vieira. But the key pass and the moment was made a moment due to Gabriel Jesus coming out wide, taking the defender on, beating him a nice little pass inside. What do you make of Jesus, the lack of goals? Is it a concern, or are you happy with the performance?
I wouldn't say it's a concern. The fact that you've just told me Odegaard's now top scorer, I would never have thought he was anywhere near top scorer until you told me that. It just shows that the goals are coming from all across the team. Xhaka is chipping in with a few goals now like never before. So we're seeing goals from all over the pitch. So realistically, it's not actually a problem because we're, like I said, we're 5 points clear at the top of the table. So Jesus scoring is not really a worry of mine until the goals start drying up. Because at the end of the day, he's a striker. It is his job to put the ball in the back of the net. And if he's not doing that, then we'll have to ask questions. And he hasn't done that for a while. He hasn't scored in over a month for us in Europa League, any competition. So he needs to hurry up with the goals. He does. But at the moment, I can't complain because I don't actually care because we're top of the league. We're 5 points clear. So honestly, it's not really a problem.
Forget the title for a sec. Is Champions League football coming back to the Emirates? Is top 4 30 now, considering the start we've had?
Yeah, no, I'd say top 4 is 100% confirmed. I think we need to aim for higher than top 4 this season because I think realistically the aim of last season, with the way stuff started to pan out, I think the aim of last season should have been to get top 4. And it wasn't. We bottled it at the last second. So to say over a whole another 38 Premier League game period that our aim is to come 1 place higher than last season that we should have done, if not for bottling it in the last 2 games, I feel like that's just it's crazy. I think we need to be aiming for higher, at least minimum second. I mean, not minimum second, minimum top 4. But I think we can get second because Man City they're better than us. Let's be honest, they are better than us. They're not on form right now. Well, they are. To be second in the league, you've still got to be on form.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy that we're even in this position, like to be above Man City, like this far into the season still. We've got a game in hand on Tottenham and we're 8 points clear of them.
On Newcastle.
It's mental. So yeah, no, I think Champions League football will definitely be returning, which is massive again because we can sign players. But I think even in January we'll be able to sign Champions League quality players regardless because we're going to be top of the league going into January if we manage to get past West Ham on Boxing Day. So who knows what's going to come, man. We can track some serious players in January and then maybe we'll really push on for the last few months of the season.
Thank you, Dylan. Enjoy the World Cup, my bro.
I will do now.
Nice one.
Lovely.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.